Detroit's I-375 Archaeological Survey, Reconnecting Communities. An archaeological survey is being conducted beneath downtown Detroit Road as part of the Michigan Department of Transportation's I-375 Reconnecting Communities Project, aimed at reuniting neighborhoods that once separated decades ago. This initiative will transform the highway into a boulevard, integrating pedestrian pathways and improved infrastructure to enhance connectivity between key communities. The project, which includes construction starting this fall, will culminate in its completion by 2029, offering residents a more vibrant urban experience. However, the work involves removing existing pavement layers and excavating up to 20 feet to identify any archaeological features, as per MDOT guidelines. A required phase of the survey will confirm that the sewer installation won't interfere with heritage sites, and local documentation of findings will comply with federal and state preservation laws. While the project is ongoing, Franklin Street will close for traffic between St. Antione and Boulevard roads, preserving access to parking. Local park access will remain unaffected. In early November, the Detroit Riverwalk will close at Schweizer Place, with pedestrian traffic redirected to Atwater Street between Boulevard and Beaubien, with closures expected to last until early April 2026. This development underscores a growing effort to bridge historical divides while prioritizing community well-being. Morning 4. Detroit Archaeology Dig Top News, July 29, 2025. Exciting discoveries await. Why archaeologists are excavating Detroit's riverfront. In a fascinating turn of events, archaeologists have commenced a significant excavation along Detroit's riverfront, and this initiative is closely tied to the extensive reconstruction of I-375, which is slated to begin next year. This federally funded archaeological project aims to dig approximately 20 feet deep to uncover any potential historical artifacts or features that may lie beneath the surface. The excavation is expected to take place throughout August, providing a unique opportunity to explore the area's past. Importantly, this work will not interfere with the ongoing operations on I-375 or Jefferson Avenue, ensuring that traffic flow remains uninterrupted. Read more here. Authorities responded to a residence on Phyllis Street in Wayne, where they discovered the child unresponsive in her bedroom. Reports indicated that the young girl had suffered severe bruising and swelling to her head and neck, rendering her unrecognizable, according to prosecutors. This case has sparked discussions about child welfare and the responsibilities of parents. Read more here. www.clickondetroit.com. News/local/Wayne mother sentenced 28 years in prison following the tragic death of her 8-year-old daughter. On March 16, 2024, Wayne mother receives 28 years in prison following the tragic death of her 8-year-old daughter. 6. Record-breaking rainfall. How much did Metro Detroit receive? Contact us. Vince is speaking on the breakdown on Detroit has sparked discussions about child welfare and on July 28th, storms swept through Metro Detroit, unleashing heavy rainfall that led to flash flood warnings across the area. By 4 p.m. that day, Detroit Metro Airport recorded an astonishing 2.4 inches of rain, breaking the previous daily record of 2.16 inches set in 2011. This deluge contributed to significant rainfall totals across various locations in Metro Detroit, raising concerns about flooding and water management in the region. Read more here and www.clickondetroit.com/news/local/2025/729. How much rain did Southeast Michigan get? Here's a list of totals from Monday's storms. Urgent appeal. Help find missing 12-year-old girl from Macomb County. Authorities are urgently seeking assistance from the public in locating a missing and endangered 12-year-old girl. Isabella Kakala was last seen by her family around 10:30 a.m. on July 28, 2025, in Macomb County. Surveillance footage from a mobile gas station located at 16500 32 Mile Road captured her presence there at approximately 11:32 a.m. on the same day. The community is encouraged to remain vigilant and report any sightings or information that could aid in her safe return. Read more here. Website, clickondetroit.com/news/local 2025-07-29 Want help finding missing endangered 12-year-old girl from Macomb County. Weather update. Warm and humid conditions persist in Metro Detroit. As a result of the moisture left behind from the previous day's rain, low-lying fog has developed in parts of Metro Detroit, lingering through the early morning hours. Today, residents can expect warm and humid conditions, with temperatures reaching around 90 degrees Fahrenheit. There remains a possibility of showers and thunderstorms from late today through Thursday, particularly near the Ohio state line, so it's wise to stay prepared for changing weather conditions. Learn more about the weather here. www.clickondetroit.com/weather, 2025/8. Copyright 2025 by WDIV. Click on Detroit. All rights reserved. Uncovering Black Bottom. Archaeologists break ground on Detroit Riverfront ahead of I-375 redesign. Imagine a city's history being unearthed, quite literally, as archaeologists dig along its riverfront. This is exactly what's happening in Detroit, where a massive excavation project has begun, sparking a mix of excitement and controversy. But here's where it gets interesting. This dig is not just about unearthing ancient artifacts, but also about confronting the city's troubled past. The project is part of the planned I-375 reconstruction, a federally funded initiative that aims to transform a 60-year-old, 1.1-mile connector into a boulevard, reconnecting Lafayette Park with downtown Detroit. As the dig progresses, it's expected to reach about 20 feet deep, potentially exposing hidden archaeological features. The good news is that the excavation won't impact I-375 and Jefferson Avenue, so commuters can breathe a sigh of relief. The proposed boulevard will boast 6 lanes between interchanges with I-75 and Jefferson Avenue, as well as a 2-way cycle track on the east side, a feature that's been missing since the highway's construction began in 1959. However, the construction of I-375 has a painful history, having led to the eradication of the historic neighborhood known as Black Bottom. As Ken Coleman, a Detroit historian, puts it was gentrification, one of the earliest gentrification processes carried out, certainly in Detroit, but maybe throughout the nation. Black Bottom was more than just a neighborhood. It was a thriving center of Black life in Detroit during the first half of the 20th century, a hub for African Americans during the Great Migration, and home to legendary figures like Joe Louis and former Mayor Coleman Young. The loss of this neighborhood has left an open wound in the city's African American community for over half a century. The hope is that the I-375 project will be a step towards healing this wound. As Coleman notes, it's been a conversation that's happened over several years now. What to do, how to reconstruct a roadway that displaced thousands of African Americans over a period of time. There's no doubt we need to study this history, learn from this history, and ultimately respond to this history in a very significant way. The Riverfront excavation project is set to run through August, with sewer pipelines being laid down next spring. The entire I-375 reconstruction project is expected to be completed by 2029. But here's the question. Can a reconstruction project truly make up for the pain of the past? And this is the part most people miss, the importance of acknowledging and learning from history. As we watch the excavation unfold, we're forced to confront the complexities of gentrification, urban development, and the impact on communities. So we ask you, what do you think is the best way to honor the history of Black Bottom and other displaced communities? Should we prioritize preserving the past or embracing progress? Let us know in the comments. The conversation starts now.